Imagine a music festival, the crowd's energy is palpable, the music is loud, and suddenly the rock star on stage falls, never to rise again. Welcome to the world of Enchanting Mysteries, where every corner hides a secret and every shadow tells a tale. Today we delve into the chilling puzzle of the Unsolved Festival Mystery. Picture this. The setting is a vibrant music festival somewhere in the heart of the city. The air is thick with anticipation and excitement. The stage is pulsating with life, lights flashing, the bass shaking the ground beneath thousands of dancing feet. Our protagonist, or rather our victim, is the charismatic rock star, beloved by fans across the globe. Known for his soulful tunes and electrifying performances, he was a man who lived for the spotlight. The night of the festival, he was at the peak of his career, the star burning the brightest in the constellation of music. As the crescendo of his performance hit the night, the crowd swelled with energy. But then, as if the universe itself skipped a beat, the rock star fell. His body crumbled on the stage, his guitar echoing a haunting note that would forever be etched in the minds of the spectators. The music faded into a deafening silence, the crowd froze, and the festival was plunged into a nightmarish reality. The rock star, the heart and soul of the festival, was found dead. The question that hangs in the air, thick as the fog that blanketed the festival that fateful night, is not how, but why. Why would anyone want to extinguish such a radiant light? Who could possibly have a reason to kill a rock star at the peak of his career? The curtains of this mystery are yet to be drawn. The stage is set, the players are in place, and the plot is unfolding. The answer lies hidden in the shadows of the festival, waiting to be discovered. This is the Unsolved Festival Mystery, a puzzle that beckons you into its enigmatic embrace. Who could possibly have a reason to kill a rock star at the peak of his career? In any crime, we look at those closest to the victim. In this case, we have three suspects. First, let's consider the jealous bandmate, a fiery drummer named Eddie. Eddie was always second fiddle to our victim, the charismatic rock star. They'd been playing together since their teenage years, but it was clear who the crowd came to see, and it wasn't Eddie. His envy was as loud as his drum solos. Could this envy have driven him to silence the lead singer forever? Then we have the obsessed fan, a young woman named Lucy. She traveled the country to attend every concert. Her devotion was unparalleled, her fanaticism unsettling. She was known to send the rock star countless letters, some filled with admiration, others filled with threats. Was her obsession so intense that she'd rather see him dead than with someone else? Lastly, we have the greedy manager, a sly fox named Clive. He had been with the band since their first gig in a dingy bar. He'd seen the money roll in and had his hands in every penny. The rock star, however, had been considering a new manager, someone less controlling. Could Clive have killed to maintain his cash cow? Each of these suspects had a relationship with the victim that was far from ordinary. Eddie, the bandmate, envious of the rock star's fame. Lucy, the fan, obsessed with the rock star to a dangerous degree. Clive, the manager, greedy for the profits that the rock star brought in. Each had a motive, a reason to want the rock star out of the picture. But as we all know, a motive isn't enough to commit a crime. There needs to be an opportunity. So the question that we must ask ourselves is, who had the opportunity to commit the crime? Each of our suspects had a motive, but who had the opportunity? The devil is always in the details, isn't it? Let's examine the clues left behind. The first clue that caught our attention was a mysterious note. Discovered crumpled in the corner of the backstage dressing room, it was almost overlooked. A cryptic message scrawled in hurried handwriting, "The last song has been played." The meaning of this note is unclear, but it suggests a sense of finality, doesn't it? Could it be a veiled threat, a premonition, or simply a random piece of paper? The second clue is a broken guitar string. Not unusual for a rock concert, you might think, but this was no ordinary break. The string was not snapped in the heat of a performance, but cleanly cut, a detail that suggests deliberate tampering. Could the broken string be a symbol? Or was it meant to cause a distraction or a delay during the concert? The third clue is a backstage pass. Now, these are common at music festivals, allowing privileged access to the areas behind the scenes. However, this particular pass was found in an unlikely place, the rock star's clenched fist. The pass didn't belong to him, and it wasn't for any of his band members either. It was issued for an unknown person, a potential interloper who had no apparent reason to be backstage. Could this be our killer, who managed to slip through the security? Each clue on its own might not seem like much, A mysterious note could be a discarded lyric, a broken guitar string might be a simple accident, and a backstage pass could be a fan souvenir. But together, they form a perplexing puzzle. They suggest a premeditated act, a secret intruder, and a possible motive hidden in a cryptic message. When we dive into the details, the seemingly insignificant becomes significant. Each clue is a piece of a larger puzzle, a step on the path to uncovering the truth. These clues seem unrelated, but could they point us to the killer? A note, a string, and a pass. What connection could they possibly have? Let's delve into it, shall we? The note, scrawled with a cryptic message, was found in the pocket of our unfortunate rock star. It was written in a hurried hand, almost as if the author was in a rush or perhaps afraid of being discovered. This note, it seems, could be linked to any of our suspects, but there's one in particular who stands out. The drummer, always scribbling lyrics and ideas onto scraps of paper, his handwriting an uncanny match to the note's frantic script. Next, we have a guitar string snipped and discarded. Most would see this as nothing more than a broken instrument piece, but in the world of mysteries, it's far more significant. The bassist, known for his meticulous care of his instrument, would never leave a broken string unattended. Could this be an indication of his involvement, a subtle clue left behind in haste or arrogance? Lastly, the backstage pass, a VIP ticket that grants access to the heart of the festival where our rock star met his untimely end. The manager, always seen with a stack of these passes, distributing them to friends and important guests. Could one of these passes have fallen into the wrong hands? Or worse, could the manager have given one to the perpetrator, intentionally or not? Each clue, on their own, seem innocuous, but together they create a web of intrigue and suspicion, connecting our suspects in a chilling narrative. The drummer's note, the bassist's string, and the manager's pass, all found at the scene of the crime, all potentially leading us to the killer. Piecing together a mystery is like playing a symphony. Each clue is a note, each suspect an instrument. Played together, they form a chilling melody of deception and betrayal. But just like a symphony, it's not over until the final note is played. We're close to solving this, can you feel it? The truth, as they say, is often stranger than fiction. In our winding tale of mystery, we have finally reached the climax, where the shadows of doubt fade away to reveal the horrifying reality. The clues we've gathered bring us to the most unexpected of culprits. All the pieces of this enigmatic puzzle converge to point at the unassuming roadie Jake. Jake, the silent observer, the invisible hand behind our rock star's performances. He was always there, yet never in the spotlight. Jake was the unsuspected puppet master, controlling the strings from behind the scenes. But why, you ask? What could drive a man to commit such a heinous act? The answer lies in the past, a past that Jake wished to erase. You see, Jake and our ill-fated rock star were once in a band together, a band that fell apart due to the rock star's escalating fame. Jake was left behind, his dreams of stardom shattered. The clues were there, hidden in plain sight. The guitar pick found at the scene, Jake's signature pick, a unique design only he used. The threatening note, written in a distinctive handwriting, was found to match Jake's, and the confession, the final nail in the coffin, was the rock star's own song lyrics, a veiled accusation which we overlooked. And the shadow lurking behind waits for the fall of the light, a metaphorical reference to Jake's sinister plot. The method? A fatal dose of a rare poison mixed into the rock star's drink, a poison Jake had access to due to his background in chemistry. The motive? Revenge, a bitter resentment for a lost dream, a life that could have been. Jake wanted to bring down the one who he believed had stolen his chance at a glorious future. And there you have it, the shocking conclusion to our tale. A tale of ambition, betrayal, and revenge, all played out on the grand stage of a music festival. A reminder that sometimes the killer lurks not in the shadows, but in the glare of the stage lights. And there you have it, the end of our rock star's tragic tale. Like and subscribe for more enchanting mysteries.